Hello, all you beautiful law school students. It's me, Leslie Juvenicare at lawschoolforvisuallearners.com. And on this blog, I'm going to ask the question, does law school make you fat, sad, and sick? Yes, the answer is yes, on all three. And I only say it because I speak from my own experience. It's funny to come to you, and I come in complete humility and vulnerability because I will admit all the things that I did wrong and tell you how I turned it right. By the grace of God, how I turned it all right. So I've been in law school for I'm going on 4 years now. I did 3L, just finished that, and now entering into 4L. And I think I don't want to say 2 or 3 years, but over this past few years, I gained 20 pounds, and I'm 5'1". I'm like Lady Gaga, so I'm very short. And my husband kept taking pictures of me, and then I would look at his pictures and I go, there's something wrong with your phone because my face keeps looking so fat and swollen in your pictures. And, like a good husband, never said anything, never commented on my weight, never commented on my appearance, always said I was beautiful and desirable. Very smart. We haven't been married for 15 years for no reason. Anyway, and one day I was just sitting in my chair, and it was about Thanksgiving, and I was like really just kind of like sad from sitting in a chair all day, because when you study, you have to study for 5, 6, 7 hours a day, and I was just really not happy with sitting down all day. My father-in-law's flew in from France to spend the holidays with us, and he was just concerned. He's like, I want to make sure that you eat and that you take care of yourself, and I see how hard you work. I'm so impressed by what you're doing, but you really need to take care of yourself. And so I stepped on the scale for the first time in God knows how long, and I weighed 137, and I couldn't believe it. It's the heaviest I ever weighed without being pregnant. Now, I've lost a significant amount of weight before with my 2 children. With my daughter, I think I lost almost 30, 40 pounds. So I've done this whole gain weight, lost weight thing. But again, from another video, I talk about it has to be your business to take care of yourself. You have to have a regime. You have to make it your affair to take care of yourself. That means sleeping right, eating right, getting enough movement, enough exercise, meditation, prayer, social time. And if anyone who's gotten to law school knows, or any kind of PhD program or master's program, there's no time for social life. You don't want to see anybody, you don't want to hear anything, you just want to study your material, memorize it, apply it, be in the zone. But honestly, it's the worst thing that you could possibly do for yourself. You need sunshine, you need fresh air, you need community, you need good food, you need relaxation, you need balance. And from what I've seen is that there really is no such thing as that in law school. And so I said to myself, oh my gosh, I need to lose the weight, not just for physical appearances, but really just feel good in my body and not feel headaches from, servogenic migraines or something. I don't want to have headaches because my back's like this all day, or my wrist hurts from looking at my phone or typing all day and not being ergonomic. And so my chiropractor said, the best thing you could do is just get moving, and moving as much as you can. He said, get up and get moving. So what I did was I have all the exercise equipment at home, but I actually organized it. I made a place in my room and got a spin bike, not a Peloton. I didn't need that. I didn't have the budget for that. But I got a spin bike, and I said, okay, I'm going to exercise 40 minutes a day, and I'm going to do the time on the bike. I'm going to do the weightlifting and the cardio and the jump rope and really get going. And then I'm going to eat right. Went on a calorie deficient diet, intermittent fasting, took my vitamins and minerals that I was obviously lacking, and just did it every single day without thinking of it. You just got to get up and do it. And I lost 12 pounds, and then the rest of the 8 pounds I turned into muscle. So I feel healthier and more fit than I've ever been in my entire life, and I love it, and I'm happy about it. But it really came from that reflection of, if I'm going to be this stressed in school, or if I'm going to put such a strain on my social life or my well-being or my health for law school, how do I expect it to get any better afterwards when I graduate and get licensed without a plan of action and implementation? Now, I'm not 23. I'm closer to my 40s than my 20s. And I have 2 kids. They're tweens, and they're sassy, and they demand a lot, and you have to drive them everywhere. And I have a big house, and I have to clean it, and I have to organize it. I have pets. Like, I have 2 dogs and 2 cats, and I have an aviary of birds, and I have an aquarium, and I have a big, big life. And that comes from all these years of being an adult, and it's great. But if you don't really think about how am I going to make every single day the best and enjoy it all, if you're not going to do it now, you're not going to do it once you go and get a job somewhere. You can forget about it. So I made it like a kind of a spiritual, psychological change where law school was right here in the front of my mind. And I moved it in my mind, in my imagination, to the side. And I put my life, my family, my home, my health right in the center, and I focus on that. And my personal secret and the way I do it is prayer and meditation. And you don't have to be Christian or whatever. You could be a Buddhist, you could be a Muslim, you can believe in flying spaghetti monster, whatever it is that you believe in. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to say prayer, meditation, quiet your mind, still your attention, stand aside from your ego and watch this version of yourself that you may or may not like, that's stressed out or that's worried about school. Step aside, step out of that person and just be pure awareness and watch that your life kind of stand before you and let it go. And for me, prayer and meditation has been crucial and central to my success in my health, in my marriage, in my family, in my life. And I'm really, really happy about that. And, all the things that I write about in all my books, I stand by all of them. I don't just write about stuff, I live it. And I go through trial and error. And for me, having written my book, Engineering Your Mood, I feel like it didn't really sink in until after I had published it and really started to apply every single thing that was in that book. And I have never been happier, never been more aware of the blessings that I have. Because your life is so full of blessings, and your life is so full of everything that you could possibly imagine, because nothing is being withheld from you. It's just you can't see it. And so for me, it was the process of 3 months of really going into that space of let me see all that's good in my life. Let me see that all that's available to me. And it's really changed and shaped me. And I'm just so grateful because, learning the law doesn't have to be hard, but the process of law school is designed to be difficult. It is. It's designed to be difficult, to get you to drop out, to fail, to question yourself, to take on this adversarial form of thinking and fighting and conflict, and it's not good for mental health. I don't think that law school really even addresses mental health in an adequate way. There's no real stuff in professional responsibility that says, focus on your mental health and, be happy. It's really like, don't be outrageous. Like, what does that mean? And I also wrote my professional responsibility essay, and I won't talk about the material, but I'll talk about one of my sources, was that there was this woman who wrote this paper about how toxic law school and law firms can be and how they're full of microaggressions, and how eventually those little, she calls them paper cuts, all these little paper cuts begin to build up and fester, and eventually it becomes so toxic and it'll make you so sick mentally and emotionally and physically that you can't even function. That there's no sense of humanhood in that work, that you have to merit respect, which is crazy when you think about that you have to actually merit respect. Like, you just can't give it and you don't automatically deserve it. It's really weird. But her paper was so insightful, and it really showed me and revealed to me, if you're not going to love yourself and make your inner world peaceful and do what it takes to create an experience in law school that is fun and joyful and meaningful and points you in the direction of your life where it will continue to be that way, you're not going to have a lot of fun. It's not going to be good. So yeah, I'm not here to like give you study tips today. I'm here to talk about, your health, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and to do what it takes to be happy, to be fit, to be joyful. And I don't mean to be skinny or thin so you appeal to some kind of like Western beauty aesthetic. I don't mean that. I mean really finding your sense of peace and serenity and stillness from within, and to exude that into your life, however that's supposed to be, in its unique and beautiful way. So, like I said in the previous video, law school is a mirror, and sometimes you'll see something you don't really like, or you need to change, or that you feel like you could improve. And I don't mean that there's something wrong with you, because there's not. It just means that, this version of yourself that you think you have to be in order to succeed is probably not, it's not the right version. And I challenge you to express and to find that authentic version of yourself. And my strategy has been through prayer, meditation, lots of exercise, nutrition, lots of love and community, volunteering, hugs from your kids, walking with your dogs, all of these things. Like, that's the beauty of every single day. And I want you to seize every single day and to enjoy every day. And instead of putting law school right here, put it to the side. You're going to get to it, because it's like Abraham Lincoln said, half the battle is just deciding that you want to be an attorney, and the rest of it's already been achieved. So, put that to the side, put your health, your well-being, your family, your finances, whatever you feel like, you need to focus on, put it over here and really deal with it. And once you get your whole life more into balance, then school will fit in. Your study will fit in. You'll be able to recall more because you're not as stressed, because your brain's operating properly. So that's been my journey of health and well-being. And yes, there's such a thing of getting so stressed out that you give yourself the flu, or you give yourself like some kind of sickness. And I really recommend you to make your health, your well-being, your fitness, your diet a priority, and school will fit into all of that. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to get it. I get help all the time. I go to my nail salon and I'll study there. I won't even get my nails done. I'll just sit in a massage chair and study and read, and the ladies let me do it. Get a facial, get your hair done. Talk to your hairstylist about your issues. Go to your therapist, go to a chiropractor. Get help. Let people love you, because you're going to need all that support. It takes a team. It takes a team to be successful. And so I really recommend you to reach out, get help, get some love, take care of yourself, take your vitamins, get a lot of sleep, all those basic things that the American Medical Association tell you that you need to do. Do those things, but like I said, go to prayer, go to meditation, and really step aside. You're not this stressed out person. You're not that. You're so much more. You're a life-giving force. And step aside, let your thoughts float away. Don't attach to any of them, and enjoy this process of law school. So that's it for me. My name is Leslie Juvenet-Guerre. Thank you for joining me here at lawschoolforvisuallearners.com. If you like our visual outlines, give them a check at our website. And as always, free media mail shipping. Thank you so much for joining me, and may the rest of your life be the best of your life.